He didn't lose a single battle in 13 years, not one. The Red Dragon cavalry, his men, his weapon, and the moment the war ended, he walked away.
Not to glory, not to a throne.
To make soup. This is the Stormy Inn.
Before the inn, there's the war.
13 years on the front lines. He wasn't just a soldier, he was the war. The Crimson Demon of the battlefield. That's what they called him.
The kind of title you don't earn. You survive it.
And the thing about Zhang Qilin, he doesn't look like a monster. That's the whole point. The war ends and his general gives him one final order. Go live a normal life.
He's never done anything normal in his life, so he does what any retired war demon would do.
He buys a broken down inn on Gold Line Road. Here's what makes this manhwa different from every other Murim retirement story. He's genuinely terrible at this.
Not humble genius who hides his power terrible.
Actually terrible. He overpays for a ruined building.
He doesn't understand pricing.
His first customers are confused why the food tastes like a military ration. A man who commanded 10,000 soldiers can't manage 3 employees, and that's where the story begins. He doesn't do this alone. One by one, he picks up people nobody else wanted.
But here's what Qilin understands, even if he never says it.
War taught him one thing: you don't win alone.
The inn isn't a job to him.
It's the first thing in his life he's building instead of destroying. And slowly it starts to work.
But Gold Line Road doesn't let things stay quiet.
There are already established inns on Gold Line Road. They've had that territory for years. A new competitor isn't just an inconvenience, it's a threat, and they play dirty. Supplies get cut off,
Rumors spread,
customers get scared away, and this is where most manga would have the MC snap immediately. Qilin doesn't. He adapts, he problem solves, he tries to do this the right way, because the thing about a man who's seen real war, he knows what a real problem looks like. Petty inn sabotage isn't a problem, it's an annoyance, but then they cross a line. And that's when Qilin stops adapting and the Crimson Demon doesn't disappear just because the war ended. He just had no reason to show up, until now. This is what everyone who tried to touch his inn forgot.
He didn't retire because he lost.
He retired because there was nothing left to win. The difference matters. The rival inns were just the surface. Behind them, factions, politics, old scores. Gold Line Road sits at a crossroads powerful people care about. And the famous war demon running an inn there, that's either an opportunity or a problem, depending on who you ask.
Introduce the main antagonist faction / political threat. Qilin starts to realize something.
He can't outrun who he is. Every deal he makes, every alliance forced on him, they all come back to one thing. His reputation walks into every conversation before he does. You can't hide an army's worth of dead. And yet he keeps trying to build. That's the tension this manhwa never lets go of. Key confrontation scene, I feel a most impactful fight from mid-arc. He wins,
obviously, but the cost matters, and
this is where the Stormy Inn earns its ending.
It doesn't resolve with a final boss fight, it resolves with reputation.
Word spreads, not about the Crimson Demon, about the inn, about the food.
About the people there.
He built something.
The factions that once sent threats, some of them become regulars. Yeah, not out of fear,
out of respect.
Closing arc beat the inn's final status on Gold Line Road. And Qilin, he still makes terrible small talk.
He still doesn't understand normal prices, but for the first time in 13 years, he's not destroying anything. Here's what the Stormy Inn is actually about.
It's not about a war god slumming it in civilian life.
It's about a man who only knows how to take things apart.
Learning what it means to build something.
Every sabotage, every threat, every forced confrontation, they're all the same question in different clothes.
Can you be something other than a weapon?
And the answer is yes.
But it's not easy and it's not clean. That's why this manhwa reads like a movie.
Is it perfect? No, the pacing in the middle arc runs slow.
Some subplots don't fully land.
But it's completed, 145 chapters, a real ending, no cliffhangers, no hiatus.
Just a full story told well. If you like Murim, if you like characters who feel earned.
This one's worth your time.